Thanks, Brad. Are you using sport responsibly? Based on personal experience, observation, and dozens of interviews with other athletes, I intend to give voice and articulate some common sport abuse patterns. My hope is to clear the way toward a freer and healthier relationship to sport for both pros and recreational athletes alike. As a pro mountain biker, I made, as Brett said, the impossible look effortless, but privately, I often struggled. Outward appearance can be deceiving. My intuitions led me to books. My urge to understand the complex inner landscape replaced my urge to push the boundaries in mountain biking. So I earned my professional designation as an integral coach to serve in this under-acknowledged realm of challenge. First topic, escapism. When you're in sporting flow, sharing the outdoor beauty with friends, it provides much-needed solace and therapy from the strains of life. However, it can become unhealthy when consistently sought as an escape. For instance, have you ever needed a ride? And I mean like really needed a ride. If you continue to sidestep the issues, eventually and sneakily, they'll follow you into your ride and turn it into a bad ride. It happens all the time. So once your sport intimately complements your life versus hides you from it, you may find great ideas emerge in the still bliss of sport experience. Tending to your house fires is necessary for full enjoyment and optimal performance. Uneven development. Pro athletes often live in a bubble from a young age, separated from life stuff. When success strikes, they are considered role models. And not only for their sport accomplishment, but for their entire approach to life. Backed up by media, athletes usually buy into the assumption that sporting success equals life success. This is a cycle graph charting a typical athlete's development across multiple intelligences: perspective, kinesthetic, emotional, interpersonal, and moral. The consequence? It can lead to inaccurate self-assessment, alienating the athlete from their true sense of self. As some pros have painfully discovered, not even Olympic gold can shield reality's strong bite. With risk comes fear, and when conquered, there is a high. Similar to addictive drugs, this risk-fear process releases a flood of dopamine into the brain. I know personally that this fleeting state experience from riding, not the drugs, for me anyway, it can become highly addicting. Along with dopamine and endorphins, our conquering of risky adventure brings praise and peer attention. This validates and perpetuates the addiction. We really begin to crave it. Risk also frees us from our relentless and often cruel internal dialogues. Without conscious awareness training, this addiction will eventually lead to burnout and/or injury, shortchanging the transformational potential of sport. Inner wisdom. Pro athletes who are living their dreams and idolized by many are thought to be powerful and in control. But is this true? It can be, but I'd like to offer a slightly different perspective. Power can be described as having control over one's life. But with the appreciation, financial reward, and performance expectations, it can leave the pro in a painfully powerless position. You know, for me, this is often how I felt. For these reasons, psyching yourself up to do something that deep down you know is a bad idea is often easier than saying no. Accessing and acting on this inner wisdom takes courage and mindful practice and is necessary for the healthy evolution of sport. Spectators, have you ever felt pressure to take a risk from your friends? For pros, multiply this performance pressure by the number of fans watching, and you can begin to get an idea of spectator influence. Watching a high-performance athlete take a risk instantly frees us from our own mind chatter and puts us into the athlete's state experience. So, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. It used to be gladiators fighting to the death with wild animals. So we've come away, but there's still a lot of carnage today, especially the long-term kind, post-retirement. So there's a lot at stake for the athletes we cheer. As we develop our ability to step into the extended reality of another, we begin to be more selective of who we cheer for and what we cheer for. Whether it be hockey fights or dangerous stunts, our influence counts. Is your sport engaged as separate from your life or an integral part of it? How you use sport mysteriously affects all facets of your life. They can no longer be separated, nor would it be in our best interest to do so. To conclude, my intention was to provide just some brief perspectives on our relationship to sport, a taste. If something resonated, just please take note and ask why. I would welcome your feedback, and I'm definitely open to conversation. Finally, next time you go out to play, ask yourself, how is this ride, this trick, or my spectatorship going to contribute to the creation of the world I envision and dream of? Every reason for every move you make is a vote. Don't underestimate the power of sport for healthy and conscious evolution. Thank you. Thank you. Uh-oh.